Good morning. Peace and blessings be to all. Hope you guys are doing great. Today we have a mildly dark morning. We probably might be getting rain. I don't know. We got some yesterday, but it did not last too long. I was trying to pick up some of the water in buckets, but it didn't continue. So anyway, so I'm just coming in like always, guys, in the morning. Usually is where I start doing my videos, sometimes a little closer to the afternoon, but this morning I came in today to make a video because it's a topic that I have spoken with at least 4, maybe 5 individuals about, and I just wanted to bring something out, to see what you guys' opinions are, and for you to also see where I'm coming from, and why this has become a problem. It has become a problem for some, and it has become, I could say, almost like a plague or a curse for others also. Give me 1 second, guys. Has become almost like a plague. For the simple fact is that these are things that been programmed in us since we were babies, toddlers, teenagers, and so forth and so on. And this topic has to do with religion. From the major 3 religions that exist in this world, there are many more. But when we're talking about religion, in this case, we are going with these 3: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And why do I always come out with that? I don't come out with that out of the blue. I have spoken about these things more than one time, probably a couple. But this is what I'm trying to get to, is that, listen, before Christianity hit our countries, islands, you understand? Our people, right? Whether you be African American, whether you be Latino from a certain country, whether you be Caucasian from a certain country, whatever, we all had a culture, a way of life, a tradition, a religion, if you want to call it, way before any of these 3 religions that influenced, to this day, influence us. So through time and through conquering, we have been forced, our ancestors have been forced to leave what they believed in, to leave what they practiced, to leave their heritage, because you're leaving your heritage when you do that, just to follow a religion that was forced upon you, or because of you being some type of ruler in a high seat. It was beneficial for you to convert and had your people, force your people also to convert just for economical gains. And then through time and brainwashing and programming and going through, it's just like a TV, it's just like a school, it's just like anything. The more you hear something, the more you're around it, the more you start acting upon it and doing the things that you hear, see, And the reason why I'm coming to this is because, you see, all these three religions, right? They teach about heaven and hell. Sorry. And these three religions give you certain explanations of what you have to do to have the possibility or the ability to gain eternal life, Jannah, heaven, whatever. And they also have the don'ts, what you should not do and what you can't do, that could lead you either into purgatory, lead you into hell, leave you into all different types of after death abominations because of you sinning. You know, this right here is a fear tactic. Anyone who's been raised in any of these religions and really believe in what they believe in, they might commit sin, right? A sin here, a sin there, whatever. But when it comes down to when they feel as though that what they are believing in their heart, they feel that it's not right, they have a fear to let it go. Because at the same time as they feel that there must be something else out there that they are missing, that they're not connecting with, even with this, they still have a fear to let their faith in a religion go. Because of the programming, the brainwashing, it makes it very difficult. And I understand. Listen, when I first started practicing Islam, I must have been probably like 26, 27 years old when I started practicing. You know, when I first took my Shahada, and you go through all, you know, it's a constant learning, you know. So give me 1 second, guys. And sorry about that, guys. And in the teachings, you're taught certain things. You understand? Many things. Same thing like in Christianity. You're taught many things, you know. And because of your fear, right, to God, you are afraid to look more further into other spiritualities. Actually, spiritualities that existed way before Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. To be honest with you, what your ancestors followed or believed or practiced back when was way before Christianity, Islam, and Judaism ever existed. You understand? Your natives, the people that the original man from wherever you from had their own culture, their own traditions, and you could say their own beliefs, and they lived the way they lived, and they ran things the way they ran it, way before any of these other religions came. And you might say, no, wait a minute, but the Bible, from Genesis all the way to the Apocalypse, what's the deal with that? That speaks about the creation of earth and how God completed earth and rested on the seventh day and created man, I think on the 6th, if I'm not mistaken, and this and so forth and so on. That's written in a book. And if you read carefully, you will understand and you will see that somebody wrote that book. Because the explanation and the way you read it is like if is a third person while you're reading the book. It's telling you the things of what happened. Anyway, we're not even going to go there. Because I'm trying to go somewhere else, but there's not there. I got into Islam. I was practicing Sunni Muslim for eight to 9 years, around there. Reading the Quran in Arabic. Not understanding fully the Arabic in the Quran, because it's easier to learn the Quranic Arabic, but to translate it takes a lot for you to learn. And even any of the dialects from any country, it's hard. You have to know the grammar, you have to know the culture, you have to know the rules. So it wasn't that easy, but slowly but surely I was getting there. I was missing something. I felt there was something missing. I was raised Christian. My mom was Catholic. My grandfather was Pentecostal, which is, they're all Christian faiths. It's just one is a Catholic, called Catholic, and one Catholic means worldwide, meaning the universal religion. That's what it was supposed to be. The Catholic faith was supposed to be a universal religion, meaning that they wanted everybody to be under that faith-based system. And I've been to church. I cleaned pulpits. I went to the Bible studies school for kids since I was young and growing up. And we did construction work on the church. My grandfather was also a construction worker. Before he ever was a pastor, he started as a regular member, a regular follower, but he was a construction worker. And he was in charge of the church, cleaning it, fixing things up. And when I was younger, living with them, he will always take me to help him out, and to also to try to impregnate that faith in me. You understand? We used to fast. We used to pray for hours, kneeling in the pulpit on certain days and all that. So, I'm not speaking as a person that never been there. I've been there. I know what it is. But I never, as I got older, I realized that for me, and I'm just speaking for me, that this wasn't something that I believed in. I didn't believe in it. So that's why I kept searching. I got into a little bit of Zen. I wasn't too it wasn't like something that really, caught me, and it was real short period of time, maybe 3-4 months, and I was out of there. I said, no, this ain't it. I got into Hebrew Israelites movements. Got on there, was there for about a good, I would say 2 years, 2.5 years. And I was still getting feelings that this ain't it. This is almost the same thing like Christianity, like almost the same thing like Islam. It's like these are derivatives of these faiths and back and forth. And I was like, no, something's going on. And then this fear of that you can't move on and you can't keep seeking because God is going to punish you. You're going to go to hell. This is the fear that these religions put in you. And to me, this is a fear tactic. Number one, this is a separation tactic because religion has separated man. Even if you are from the same culture, it has separated you. Because if I'm a Pentecostal and I'm Latino, and you're a Jehovah's Witness and you're Latino, me and you cannot build. We have a conflict. Because I don't believe in what you believe, you don't believe in what I believe, and you the devil to me and I'm the devil to you. You understand? So it's a system of divide and conquer. The more divided we are, the least the high ups gotta worry about us, because the fear, the major and the biggest fear is that we come together as one. We don't have to agree on everything. But the fear, the greatest fear that is that we come together. Because if we was to come together, who can't fight against us? But this is something that will be impossible to happen because of all these. And I'm just speaking about on the religious side. Forget about the political side. Forget about the interest side and all that. Why I come up with this? It's because not one, not two, not three, but 4 to 5 times I have spoken to brothers and sisters, both, from all walks of life. Latinos, African American. I spoke to one Caucasian gentleman one time. And this comes up. That they feel something, intuition, they see visions, things that are happening to them, but because of the fear of what people are going to say, because of the fear of abandonment from family, because of the programming of religion, keeps them locked down. And they don't see a way to get out. When I became a Muslim in my 20s, my grandpa came to visit us. He was from New York. He came to Philly. And I had a kufi on. I had a long beard, my pants up, because Muslims are not supposed to wear their pants beneath their ankle. I was a Sunni practicing Muslim. You understand? That's what I did. I walked and talked Sunni Islam. Masjid, most of the time, every Jumu'ah, Friday, masjid, ate with the brothers, and all different types of brothers. So my grandfather came to visit us, and my grandfather's a preacher now. Now he's a pastor from a church. And he see me, and he says, I gave him a kiss on the cheek and everything. He says, God bless you. And he said, what is that you got? I said, I'm a Muslim. He told me, you're a heathen. You're of the devil, if you believe in that. And it hurt me that someone that I grew up with would tell me that I was a heathen, that I was of the devil if I believed in that. It didn't hurt me because of the differentiations of faith, but hearing that from a person that you love, that is bone of your bone, blood of your blood, rib of your rib, flesh of your flesh, right? You want to say. That was what hurt me. It wasn't the religion part. And these are the type of things that when you experience in life and you see, you could tell and you notice the divide. You know how we as people, we fool ourselves thinking that we are free, and we're really not free. And when I say we're not free, is our mind. We're not free in the mind. We are in shackles. Our minds are in shackles. Our minds are in slavery. We keep on with the same mindset, the same fears that we've been programmed and brainwashed to follow and to believe in. I'm not saying don't be a Christian. A lot of Latinos in the community, they practice in Kisimalongo, they practice Ocha, they practice in Ifa, they got backgrounds of Christianity. Majority of the time is the Catholic faith. I'm not saying you can't believe in that and practice that. But don't let that be what rules you. You are the ruler of the Sabbath. You are the ruler of the Sabbath. The Sabbath was made for you could rest, for you could take a day off, for you could relax and be with your people, for you could take a breather. The Sabbath wasn't made for you to feel like you can't turn off a light, you can't cook, you can't eat, you can't have a good time. The Sabbath was not for that. The Sabbath was for the opposite of that, if you believe in that. I hope that the brothers and sisters out there that hear this video understand where I'm coming from. I don't mean no disrespect to no religion. This is the way I feel, and this is my opinion and my opinion only, and we're entitled to have our own opinions. If you believe in a certain religion, it's fine. I'm not against it. Islam taught me a lot. To this day, I still use certain of the teachings of Islam. Christianity taught me a lot. To this day, I use things of Christianity that has benefited me too also. The Hebrew Israelite movement has taught me many things also that I use to better myself in life. I just didn't stay because I didn't feel that this was my calling, this was the right decision. I didn't believe in the things that they were teaching. And it takes time, because once you get into a belief system, right, you have to walk and talk the talk. And it takes time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 months, a year, 2 years, for you to really start comprehending what's going on and what's the belief and what books and what are they following, where are they getting this information from and all that. Until you get there, some people stay, and some people just like me roll out because they find error. Whether you believe it's an error or you don't. For me, it could be an error. For you, it could be no error. But that's me. That's how I felt. And I kept on going. And here I am where I'm supposed to be. And salam alaikum, salam kasambi lakutare. Be blessed, be safe. Most High blessed. You know, I speak from the heart, from Kunanchila. I hope nobody gets offended. We have to unshackle our minds, because we are still slaves in here. And until we break those shackles and we start doing the things that are calling us to do, not worrying about who's gonna say what and what's gonna say and who's gonna say something, at some point we gotta grow up and we gotta, you know, do what we gotta do, because it's for our benefit, it's for our growth, it's for our future, it's for our for when we're not here anymore. Understand? Anyway, guys, be safe, be blessed, peace.